Good day everyone, I'm Hurley of RFI Reviews here, back at it again with my review for the Kiwi Ears Etude. This is probably one of the most unique sets that I have encountered under 200 USD by the time that I record this video, because this apparently has a vibration transducer, or some people call it as bone conduction drivers, but yep, we'll discuss it later on. Okay. But before I proceed, I'd like to thank Linsol for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Since again, I won't be editing this extensively, since I prefer written work than recording videos for my review, and at the same time, this isn't really my native language. This isn't really my primary language, so any future grammatical errors, as for those types of things, my apologies for that one. I'll do better day by day. Okay. So the Kiwi Ears Etude costs around 100 plus or 120 USD by the time that I record this video. So it is around 5 to 6,000 pesos in Philippine money. And yes, as what I have said earlier, this is quite unique in terms of its overall sound, and at the same time its driver configuration. Since this has the KVT, or the Kiwi Vibration Transducer. I do believe it's their own patented driver, but yeah, to me the sound really matters to me the most. So let's dive right in. Okay. So as you can see, here's the box. The box on this one is the design on this one is pretty much the same as all of the recent Kiwi Ears IEMs that I have reviewed. Like for example, the Kiwi Ears Septet, the Kiwi Ears Aether also has this type of box. As you can see, it is very minimal, and at the same time, it kind of shows what you'll be getting inside the box. So that's a good thing. And as you can see, it has 1 DD, 3 balance armature drivers, and the vibration transducer, as you can see. So there's that, and what you'll see here is its basic what do you call this, its basic specifications. It has the beryllium DD, yes, and the 3BA and vibration transducer. Its sensitivity is in 104 decibels. Its impedance is 5 ohms. So a lot of you might think that this is easy to drive, but we'll talk about that later on. And as you can see, the cable length is 1.2 meters and it is in 2-pin. But apart from that, there isn't really much to see here. See? Yep, that's pretty much it. Now, as for the accessories, here's all of the accessories / inclusions that the Kiwi Ears Etude comes with, and it is in I would say in a common Kiwi Ears fashion. There isn't really a lot here, but at the same time, it isn't really lacking either. But there are some nitpicks, of course, here and there. Okay, so as you can see, they include 3 sets of ear tips here. These have the solid black ones. These have the gray ear tips with the red stem, and at the same time, this also has this one, the white narrow bore. I'd say they are all pretty much narrow to standard bore ear tips. So there's that. Okay, they also have the case here. The case is nothing new. I've seen this in some Kiwi Ears IEMs here and there, but it gets the job done. I have no complaints on this one for this price. And here's the cable in the IEMs itself. As you can see, the cable is quite basic. It is the twisted cable that I see on some Kiwi Ears, or probably most Kiwi Ears IEMs within this price point. I have seen this cable on the Kiwi Ears Quartet that I have reviewed years ago. I have also seen this cable on the Kiwi Ears Canta that I have reviewed months ago. So there's nothing new here. If I were to nitpick, they could have included a better cable here, in my opinion. Like for example, they could have included the cable found in the Kiwi Ears Aether. But at the same time, it doesn't really bother me that much. It does its job, and at the same time, it is very minimal. It isn't really bulky, so I had no problems with it. And here is the cable itself, IEMs itself, sorry. As you can see, the IEM itself is this one. It is beautifully done. It is well done. As you can see, the faceplate is well done. I really love the faceplate. It is very unique. But at the same time, if I were to nitpick, uh, the what do you call this? The logo of the Kiwi Ears is hard to notice or hard to see from afar. Even at taking photos, as most of you know, I take photos of the items that I review with my old DSLR camera, but I had a hard time even on manual focus seeing um a proper angle for the logo of the Kiwi Ears to be seen here in the Kiwi Ears Etude. So as you can see, there's the logo on that one, and the detailing on this faceplate is really nice. Very done, well done, well put. And as you can see, it is also a chunky boy. Yep, a chunky boy. It is in resin. Yes, it is made of resin. It isn't metal, and that is to be understandable for this asking price. And since this is an IEM with a vibration transducer or KVT, you may hear some odd sound the moment you are fitting this in your ear or tapping this IEM with your hands. I don't know if the mic can pick this up. Yep, if it can, hopefully if the mic can pick this up, but um the resin on this one is quite thin in my opinion. I can literally see here the vibration transducer, but at the same time it doesn't feel really cheap. I do believe they kind of did that on purpose for the vibration transducer drivers to work properly. Okay, now as for the fit and comfort, and comfort of the Kiwi Ears Etude, I'd say it is pretty comfortable in my ears. But at the same time, I am confidently sure that this will be very bulky to some ears. As you can see, it is quite thick here. It is a thick boy, as you can see here in the drivers itself. So sorry. So those people with have a pair of ears that are on the smaller side of things will find this very bulky to their liking. As for the in terms of fit and comfort, to my ears, since my ears are on the larger side of the spectrum, I had no problems with this one. Actually, it fits really snug in my ears. I do recommend, however, fitting this as snug and as close to your ears as much as possible for you to experience the tactility of the vibration transducer. Since bone conduction IEMs, if this is the same with the bone conduction IEMs, then I am quite correct on that one, that you need to fit this properly in your ear, like snugly in your ear, for you to feel the tactile. Yes, vibration transducers in general adds tactility to the bass response or to the bass quality. It has some drawbacks here and there, but we'll tackle that later on. Now, as for the drivability, yes, on paper, 5 ohms, it shouldn't be an hard to drive set, as most people will say. But in my opinion, the Kiwi Ears Etude at the very least needs at least 2 VRMs of power to shine the most. I find it when paired with a low power USB dock, like for example the Venture Electronics Odo or the DD Hi-Fi TC35 M2 that I have here, it is quite lacking on the overall dynamics and overall bass quality of this IEM. In theory, or my guess, it is that the vibration transducer isn't what do you call this? It doesn't seem to get enough power for it to properly work. So pairing this with a 2 VRMs USB dock to me is a must. I prefer pairing this actually with the DD Hi-Fi TC44 Pro, or probably the Tanstream Space that I have here, or the Devastator, or probably the Fosi Audio SK02 that I pair with my laptop, or at times the Venture Electronics Megatron that I have. So there's that. Okay. Now, as for the sound, one can say that the Kiwi Ears Etude is a bass head IEM because of the vibration transducer and all of this, uh, its characteristics. But at the same time, it is quite not the case here in the Kiwi Ears Etude. Sure, it does exhibit the characteristics of a vibration transducer has, but at the same time, it isn't really a basshead IEM in my opinion. Take it from me as someone who knows what is basshead, or how basshead IEMs work. Like for example, I have literally heard for a substantial amount of time Fat Freak IEMs here and there, the 7 Hz legato. I have basically hear everything that is quite bassy, the but the Kiwi Ears Etude isn't really a basshead, isn't on the basshead level when compared to those. Sure, this is bassy, but never in a but will never be a basshead's dream. That's the best way that I can put it. The overall sound signature of the Kiwi Ears Etude to my ears is saying it is a fairly neutral IEM with a bit of bass boost. But for most people, this will definitely sound a mild V-shaped set because of its slightly elevated bass response and some shimmer on the treble. But at the same time, I don't find it shimmery on the treble actually. In fact, it is quite relaxed. It is well extended, but at the same time it is quite relaxed. But I'll get to that later on. Okay? The bass on this one, it is definitely thick, it is definitely rumbly, and yes, it is definitely tactile, since this has the KVT, or the vibration transducer of the Kiwi Ears. So, based on this one will definitely satisfy those people who prefers that bass. At the same time, those people who are very interested in vibration transducers or bone conduction drivers and how they work. So definitely those people will have a delightful experience here with the Kiwi Ears Etude. The sub bass is mildly actually both mid bass and sub bass are on the same equal levels in terms of quantity, but at the same time, most of the time actually, the sub bass here in the Kiwi Ears Etude is a bit elevated, slightly elevated if you may, when compared to the mid bass. But Kiwi Ears implemented the vibration transducer here really well, because the vibration transducer here in the Kiwi Ears Etude is very noticeable. You will definitely hear the vibration transducer working on very bassy tracks. Even at actually, there are even times that even the track isn't really bassy, the vibration transducer driver kicks in. So definitely the vibration transducer works really well here in the Kiwi Ears Etude. It isn't really a gimmick or a scam to begin with, and that's a good thing, because some people that I know buy IEMs just because their drivers are different. Yes, there are some people that does that. No shame on them. It's their money, it's their preference. But yeah, I am happy to report to you that the vibration transducers on this one really work well with the Kiwi Ears Etude. Of course, it has some what do you call this? It has some characteristics. It has some quirks that I will be discussing down the line. Okay. Now, as for the mids on this one is quite okay. It is relatively open, but not as open and as vivid compared to the sets that I have heard within this asking price. And that's, I would say that is intended, because here with the Etude, I do believe that Kiwi Ears aim for the IEM to be enjoyed with the music, not because of the technical chops or critical things here and that. Okay. Now, the lower mids on this one is quite thick. It is warm. It is smooth. It is lush. So I had no problems with that one, because it is tuned to be that way, so it isn't really a problem to me. It doesn't sound odd or anything like that. It sounds normal for a warm-ish IM. Okay, now as for the upper mids on this one is where I'd say it has a double-edged sword. First and foremost, the upper mids on this one isn't sibilant, so that's a good thing already. It isn't sibilant, it isn't harsh, it is far from sounding abnormal or teeny or anything like that. In fact, the treble is also like that. It isn't harsh, it isn't unfatiguing. So those people with very sensitive ears will definitely have a pleasant listen here with the Kiwi Ears Etude. But at the same time, this is where the said quirks of the vibration transducer, the Kiwi vibration transducer kicks in. The You'll hear, to give you an idea, most bone conduction IMs, or these IMs with vibration transducers, have some odd characteristic when it comes on its drivers, on how it sounds. There is a metallic bucket, if I'm making sense. There is a metallic hollow bucket that will sound or probably stick on with the vocals here with the etude, and that is to be expected, since I have heard some IMs with a bone conduction driver, or in this case a vibration transducer driver, and they share the same characteristic here with the Kiwi Ears Etude. So some vocals feel like they are coming from a pail or a bucket, or a metal bucket to be exact, with some hollowness to it. Those are just some instances. um should I say that this is a deal breaker? Well, it really depends. If you are interested on a well-tuned IM with a vibration transducer or bone conductor, this isn't really a deal breaker for you. And this will definitely take some time to getting used to, in my opinion. It isn't really a deal breaker for me personally, since this is quite unique. And at the same time, it doesn't sound really harsh or anything like that at all. Far from it, actually. It never sounded really harsh, or it never sounded sibilant at all. It is just literally unique. And it has that quirks that you won't find on some IMs that has a BA driver or a planar magnetic driver. Although this has that BA driver, the BA characteristic or the BA timbre here in the Kiwi Ears Etude does not seem to kick in or to be that noticeable when compared to the vibration transducer's character here in the Etude. So it is definitely a unique experience, and it will depend on you. It really depends on you on how you will perceive the characteristics here in the etude. Okay. Now, as for the treble in this one is well extended. Again, it isn't what do you call this? It isn't sibilant. It is far from being sibilant. I had no problems with this one. But at the same time, those people that may look for an energetic character, since again this has 3BA, might be disappointed with this one. This has the details. This has an above average details actually, but at the same time, I won't be using this for analytical listening. So there's that. So I do believe that, again, in theory, if Kiwi Ears manage to remove the vibration transducer on this one, it will still sound really good. It is definitely a well-tuned set, but at the same time, it will lack the identity that the etude has, because again, only a few IEMs that I have encountered and reviewed has this bone conduction driver or this vibration transducer driver to it. Okay, now as for the technical chops on this one is, I'd say, above average to average most of the time for this asking price. To give you an idea, this has the same technical chops, or if not better, compared to the Duno Kima 2. Yeah, to give you an idea. So the soundstage on this one is quite wide. At the same time, it is wide. It has the good amount of tall or height to it, with a good amount of depth. Separation and layering of this one is pretty good, but at the same time, I wouldn't call it excellent for this price. And the imaging on this one is quite precise, so I had no problems using this when playing games or watching movies or doing watching podcasts. So yeah, there aren't any serious problems in this department when it comes here in the Kiwi Ear Stud. Okay, so where should we compare this? Let us just keep this straight and simple. Okay, again, well, we'll compare this with the Duno Kima 2. When compared to the Duno Kima 2, the Duno Kima 2 is a more neutral vocal forward IEM, especially when paired with a 4.4 balanced connection or the 4.4 plug included. It is definitely thicker on the overall sound, but the Kiwi Ear Stud is definitely thicker on the bass region, if you may. So as for the mids is definitely better on the Duno Kima 2. At the same time, it doesn't have the quirks, which is understandable and obviously Captain Obvious compared to the Kiwi Ear Stud. The treble is both safe on both sets, but I find that the etude extends a bit more when compared to the Duno Kima 2. Technical chops are definitely more or less the same, again, if not better, on the Kiwi Ear Stud. Sorry. Okay, now we'll compare this to the what do you call this? To the Kotori Audiosphere. Yes, one of my favorites actually, since the Kotori Audiosphere is a flat sounding IEM. It is definitely uncolored, it is definitely less forgiving. It will definitely show flaws of a track or of a piece that you listen to. While the Kiwi Ear Stud aimed for a more musical approach, it aimed for a more bassier approach, it aimed for a more unique, yes, it aimed for a more unique, lush, smooth, thick approach. So, if you're looking for a technical chops, definitely the Kotori Audiosphere will be the better set for you. But if you're looking for a more unique musical approach, well, the Kiwi Ear Stud will be the one that you will be preferring. Okay, and lastly, we'll compare this to its brother, the Kiwi Ears Aether. So the Kiwi Ears Aether only sports a one large planar magnetic driver. So when compared to the Kiwi Ear Stud, the Kiwi Ears Aether is still better on the technical chops, but at the same time, it does exhibit a potential sibilance, potential peaks, potential harshness due to its planar magnetic driver and its planar magnetic quirks, while the Kiwi Ear Stud does not have that, but it does have that vibration transducer quirk, wherein the vocals most of the time will sound that it came from a metal bucket. So there's that. Okay. Now I'll switch to the Tagalog version of this review for a quick summary. Here we go. Okay. Bali, itong si Kiwi Ear Stud is a 6,000 pesos IEM by the time na nirecord ko tong video na to. As you can see, medyo nasa malaking side siya and nasa chunky side siya. So, yung mga taong maliliit yung tenga, probably mas chunky sa kanila to. Sa akin, wala akong problema dito. And mas i-recommend ko talaga na if gagamitin mo to is mas malapit dapat siya sa tenga mo para mas ma-feel mo yung vibration transducer or yung bone conduction driver na tong Kiwi Ear Stud. Since ayun yung purpose talaga nitong IEM na to, yung bone conduction driver. Yun talaga yung reason kung bakit siya naiiba sa ibang sets na nag-exist dito sa price na to. Okay? So, hindi siya basshead. Hindi siya pang basshead, but at the same time, bassy siya. Makapal yung bass, impactful yung bass, may texture and tactile yung bass. Definitely dahil dun sa vibration transducer. And oo nga pala, mukha lang siya madaling i-drive kasi 5 ohms, pero hindi siya madali ma-drive. Para sa akin. Para masulit mo tong Kiwi Ear Stud, mas okay na i-drive mo siya with a 2 VRM source. Kahit Venture Electronics Devastator, okay na yun dito sa Kiwi Ear Stud. Or if may Kali JM10 ka, yun. Okay na yun sa Kiwi Ear Stud. Okay? Yung mids naman nito, I'd say open naman siya. Wala namang parang talaga sobrang unique. Aside dun sa quirk nga ng Kiwi Ear Stud or ng vibration driver na may time parang dumidikit, parang yung boses is galing sa batya or sa balde na bakal, parang may dumidikit sa boses na ganun na characteristic no vibration transducer. So deal breaker ba yun? Well, depende. Kung gusto mo ng something new and gusto mo marinig talaga yung vibration transducer, hindi siya deal breaker. By far, ang Kiwi Ears Etude nga yung pinaka matino na may vibration transducer in terms of sound sa na encounter and na review ko for my whole life actually. Siya yung may pinakamatinong tuning. Okay? Dumidikit mostly yung vibration transducer na yon sa mga vocals. Yeah, mostly sa vocals lang talaga. Okay, sa treble naman, well extended siya. I'd say nasa relaxed na side siya, kaya hindi ko siya matawag na V-shape talaga. More of mild V-shape or para sa akin, neutral na may bass boost. Para sa akin lang naman. Yung detail retrieval, I'd say okay naman, and kung ano yung in-expect ko sa price na to, yun din yung deliver na tong Kiwi Ears Etude. So, walang problem doon. Sa technical chops, ganun din, katulad ng treble, above average siya. Para sa akin, maganda yung separation and layering, kahit sa busy tracks. Yung soundstage niya, wala namang something na bago. Your usual wider than deep. Oo, may maganda naman siyang tangkad. Oo, but I wouldn't say na holographic siya, not at all. Imaging niya is precise naman. So, para sa presyo niya na 6,000 pesos, if willing kang makarinig ng something na bago and mahilig ka sa bass, pero hindi mo matawag yung sarili mong bass head, yung Kiwi Ears Etude can be one of your options. I wouldn't say na may top recommendation siya kasi baka hindi ka ready sa vibration transducers or sa bone conduction IMs and yung sa characteristic nila. So, one of the top recommendations ko siya, pero not the best. Okay? Okay. Now, babalik na ako sa English review for this one. Okay? Okay. Now, what's my verdict here with the Kiwi Ears Etude? Again, in theory, when Kiwi Ears really tune this really well. If probably Kiwi Ears will remove the vibration transducer here in the Etude, it will really sound good. It will definitely still sound good as it is when compared with the vibration transducer included here in the Etude. It's just that when you remove that, the character or the unique characteristic of the Kiwi Ears Etude will also be gone. Its identity will also be gone. So I am glad that Kiwi Ears managed to put this IM. They managed to execute or implement this IM really well because it is a really well-tuned IM with a vibration transducer. So, in my opinion, it is very unique. I would recommend this if you want to experiment. If you want to experiment on your lineup or on your IEMs, or probably you may find that your IEMs are quite boring and stale, and you want something that is very niche or very unique, even on the driver configuration. So by all means, if you see your audiophile hobby like that, the Kiwi Ears Etude might be a good consideration for you to add to your lineup. Since honestly, I enjoyed this for a really long time, since I usually use this during commutes because of its unique sound characteristic. I definitely used my bass head test tracks or my bass head test tracks playlist that I have on Spotify with the Kiwi Ears Etude, and it really sounded good on that regard. Okay? Okay, and now that ends my review for the Kiwi Ears Etude. Again, I'd like to thank Kiwi Ears for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me, since again and again, I won't be editing this extensively. I prefer writing reviews than video recording them. Okay? Okay, so as for the backlogs, there are still a lot of backlogs. I have some backlogs or IMs along the way. I have an upcoming review for the Twistura Wood Note and the Kefine Quatio. Yes, definitely. Yes, the Kefine Quatio came right here yesterday by the time that I record this video, and so far so good. It delivers to their promises or to their marketing strategy, so that's a really good thing. Okay, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching my ramblings or my reviews, even though it isn't really that perfect. I appreciate you a lot, and see you on the next one. Isa pa? Last one.